Hi there, I'm WTOL 11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. We've got updates on the alert days that are going to be out there Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday. Some extreme cold that's going to be headed toward us. Our Monday high right around 7 degrees. The wind chill. You're going to feel this first thing out the door, 10 to 20 degrees below zero. It doesn't get much better to Tuesday. Could be as cold as 10 to 20, even up to 25 below zero. A high of right around 5 degrees, and we're going to see those wind chills stay well below zero even as we get into Wednesday. Great opportunity. I want you to have that free WTOL 11 weather app. I'm going to keep you up to date all through the course of the weekend as the full weather team is going to be monitoring the Arctic outbreak that's going to plunge into the area. And those wind chills less than 24 hours out from falling below zero. You did get a little taste of wintry weather early Saturday, some rain to snow. I want you to be cautious tonight as we are now dropping back below freezing. A mark now below freezing. We're going to be below that freezing mark for the next 7 days solid. Current wind chill values, we're starting to get a little hint of that chill. They're teens and 20s, and what's going to happen tonight, any areas of melted snow or puddles are going to refreeze, or the potential is for some black ice tonight. Now, I'm not expecting this is going to be anything major on roadways or interstates. Those should generally be just fine. This is more icy sidewalks, parking lots, untreated roads, could be the neighborhood roads, or it could be some back roads or county roads, if they're not treated well, could get some icy spots. So it's just a little word of caution. It's a gradual refreeze tonight. We're not talking about anything extreme or harsh. Now, speaking of extreme or harsh, I want to show a more global perspective. A few things we're going to be monitoring is where this cold air is coming from. And look at that vast area of cold air up there in Canada. That is some extremely cold air. It's as cold as about 30 to 40 below zero in parts of central and northern Canada. So this Arctic air mass is charging in our direction. So let me take you through the first steps of this, what it feels like right now up in North Dakota. Those wind chill values tonight, they're going to plummet 30 to 40 below zero. Grand Forks, look at that, 44 below zero into Sunday morning. Notice here in Ohio, we still have positive numbers. We're not quite into the cold air yet, but it will be dangerously cold by the time we get to Monday. So let's look at Monday. How does 54 below zero in Grand Forks sound? Fargo at 32 below zero, Madison, Wisconsin at 20 below zero, and here we go in Ohio, now double digits below zero. Some extreme cold that is going to be showing up as we get into early next week. It'll stay cold across much of the country as we go into Tuesday with that extreme chill that will be around. More on our local wind chills coming up in just a few moments. Rest of the night tonight, mostly cloudy skies, some breaks in the cloud cover and a few flurries. Now, scattered snow showers are going to be back on Sunday. Brisk and cold, the high close to 20 degrees, and any snow that does fall will be sticking. It isn't going to be much. Half an inch to an inch of a total accumulation may favor areas east of I-75, and turning even colder as an Arctic front comes through. That's going to be Sunday night into Monday morning. Some additional stray snow showers up there, especially toward Hillsdale County, could again bring some minor accumulations into Monday. So what are we looking at for total snow accumulations? For most, it's going to be half an inch to an inch on Sunday. Could get an additional half an inch to an inch in some areas into Monday. But overall, most of the area is going to be around an inch or less. So go ahead and take a peek at your community. If you're Monroe, it's a half an inch. To Adrian, a half an inch, about a half an inch in Napoleon. Look up there toward Hillsdale County. Could get a couple inches of snow in east of I-75. So what I could do here, I'm going to clean these numbers up for you and generally say 1 to 2 inches over the next 48 hours well east of I-75. An inch or two up there toward Hillsdale, western Lenawee County, but most other areas will get up to an inch of total snow. Then early next week, we're talking Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Highs in the single digits to teens by Wednesday. The wind chill value of 10 to 25 below zero. So I mentioned I'm going to get really into the weeds here about the cold weather across our area. Break it down hour by hour. By Monday morning, we're about 10 to 20 below zero with the wind chill. It's not going to make it above zero all day on Monday. Into Tuesday morning, 10 to 20 below zero. And then by Wednesday morning, depending on the data, it could be as cold as 20 to 25 below zero. We expect our coldest wind chill will be around 25 below zero. So I want you to be prepared for long-lasting extreme cold. Now, where is this cold air coming from? Would you believe me if I told you it is coming from Siberia around the North Pole? we've actually traced the data. We use computer modeling to do this. It's called a back trajectory high split model. So the air that's going to be into our area next week is coming from right here over Siberia, loops around the North Pole, then comes screaming down across Canada. And by Tuesday of next week, when we're in the single-digit highs, that air mass came all the way from Siberia, nicknamed the Siberian Express. That was a term that came to light back in the 1980s as we had a similar outbreak of cold air. Now, also a disruption of the polar vortex is playing into this one. Now, let me break down the data. It means, bottom line, cold weather for us. Now, the polar vortex, it's not going to hit us or directly impact us, but what is occurring is a stretch in the polar vortex or a displacement of that polar vortex that is bringing the impacts or effects in the terms of much colder air. That's going to be happening Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday. So it's a displacement of that polar vortex, something that we talked about in our winter weather forecast, that this would be a player in our overall winter weather. And here it is showing up in mid to late January as a key factor in some of the cold weather that is going to be with us. So what could we see? Perhaps up to 84 straight hours of below zero wind chills. Could be as cold as 10 to 25 below zero. The impact level, I'm going to put this at a level 5. Now, the reason why, I know it's January, I know we get cold air this time of the year, but the duration of it, we may see below zero wind chills for about 84 straight hours. Could get as cold as 25 below zero, and a risk to pets, people, perhaps frostbite, hypothermia, cold weather exposure, and even the risk of frozen pipes. I want you to be aware of that. So if I break it down, basically day by day, Monday morning, we're going to be close to zero. The wind chill is going to be 10 to 20 below zero. By Monday afternoon, we're going to be in the single digits above zero. The wind chill will still be about 10 below zero. Tuesday, we're going to be around 4 below to start the day. The wind chill of about 10 to 20 below zero. By Tuesday afternoon, we'll say about 4 or 5 degrees above zero. The wind chill still may be minus 15. And then into Wednesday, could be as cold as 7 below zero. Perhaps as cold as 10 to 20 to 25 below zero. And the wind chill by Wednesday afternoon still around 5 degrees below zero. For Sunday, right around 20 degrees, light snow, could be a half an inch to an inch of total accumulation, blowing around a little bit in the cold, breezy weather. The next Arctic front kicks the winds up Sunday night into Monday. 7 degrees is the daytime high on Monday. Bitter cold, a few flurries, near zero to start the day. Just broke down the wind chill value. 5 degrees the high on Tuesday, still bitter cold, but it will be a bright afternoon. And at 14, the high on Wednesday, right around 7 below in the morning, and then we'll dig out of it. We could jump fairly significantly Thursday into Friday, if you want to call it that, mid to upper 20s. Next, the light snow chance will be out there on Friday. Doesn't appear to be anything major. 28 Saturday, near 30 on Sunday, and low 30s in early next week, Monday and Tuesday. And the overall 10-day trend is going to be bitterly cold the next several days, with a moderation late in that 10-day forecast. But what we're looking at with the weather impact, the alert days from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday could bring back-to-back single-digit highs for the first time in our area since January 30th and 31st of 2019, where we saw a high temperature as cold as 4 degrees on the 31st of January. Appreciate you keeping up to date here with the WTOL 11 weather team. Stay safe and stay aware of the cold weather that's coming. We'll check in coming up soon.